Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Princess Beyond Passions. My name is Princess. Those who are coming across my channel for the very first time, you are warmly welcome. In this channel, I talk about life issues, family, random vlogs, lifestyle, and anything that helps me talk about and discuss life issues, right? Whatever I see, whatever I lay my hands on, whatever I find useful to talk about life issues and help people who are going through similar things out there. I use such things to discuss life issues. That is what this particular channel is all about. Okay, if you like this video, please give it a thumb up. Anyways, for my returning subscribers, I'd like to say thank you so much for always coming back to view my channel and view my videos. And this channel goes streams live every Tuesdays and every Fridays. All right, you're welcome. And our membership button is on. Please feel free to join this channel's membership, okay? And please stay tuned. So I had an in-house discussion on the woes or the demerits or the disadvantages or the cons of long distance relationship. In other words, the challenges of long distance relationship. Please stay tuned. The reason I am discussing this today is because of a young couple, and I would like other people to learn from this as well. In case you want to go into a long distance relationship, this video will benefit you. So I would advise that you settle down to this video and pick a few things and learn how to manage your relationship. If you're already in one, it will also benefit you because you'll need to pick a few things and then learn how to manage your long distance relationship. All right. If you're coming across my channel for the very first time, please do not pass by without smashing that subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell to all so you'll be notified whenever I have a new upload. And you are all welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Let us start with trust. You know that trust is a basic requirement for any relationship that people go into, right? Trust is the basic thing. So without trust, there won't be any relationship at all. Be it intimate relationship between father, mother and child, relationship between siblings, business relationships, all kinds of relationships, friendly relationship, platonic relationship. There has to be some degree of trust, right? Fine. So without trust, there's no relationship. Now, talking about long distance relationship, you know that it's not only obtainable in intimate relationships, right? Long distance relationship also occurs when the parents decide to send their children off to school, maybe to boarding school or to college, far away from home. That way the child is staying in a different place while the parents are staying in a different place, or parents or guardians. And that kind of relationship is also a long distance relationship between parents and their children. But we are going to dwell particularly on the long distance relationship between intimate partners today. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is communication. When you are in a long distance relationship, communication has to be stable, and lack of communication seems to be a major issue when you are in a long distance relationship. If you don't communicate with your partner often, if you don't communicate often with your partner, usually there's a strain in that kind of relationship. Sometimes some people become lonely because they lack communication, and most of the time, if you are at work, even if it is once or twice in a day, you have to send a text or when you during break time, if both of you are on the same time zone, and during break time you find a way to communicate with your partner, that helps a lot. So lack of communication is oftentimes one of the woes, one of the demerits, one of the disadvantages of a long distance relationship. Okay, now in terms of communication, sometimes when partners have fights or quarrel, or they seem to disagree on one thing or the other, sometimes if it is not resolved immediately or resolved on time, partners seem to go into what you call the silent treatment. If your partner is one of those types who go into silent treatment, sometimes if you don't make the effort to communicate with your partner or to talk things over, some partners seem to carry it for a long time, and that is not healthy for a relationship. So giving your partner the silent treatment when you are in a long distance relationship is oftentimes one of the major disadvantages in that kind of relationship. Infrequent visits. When you are in a long distance relationship, your visitation becomes infrequent because perhaps due to the fact that both of you are working, or one person is working and the other one is taking care of the children or something. Take that for example. Oftentimes, because of your work, it becomes somehow not easy to find time to come visit your partner, because you have to wait until you take a break, or you have to wait till the weekend, or you have to wait till maybe 2 weeks or 1 month. It depends on how you have discussed with your partner how both of you will be visiting. Sometimes some partners alternate their visits. You visit me, I'll visit you, weekend after weekend or something, depending on your agreement. Sometimes when you miss that kind of visitation, or when the visitation becomes infrequent, it oftentimes affects your relationship. If you are in a long distance relationship, you need to watch out for unresolved fights or unresolved arguments. When you have unresolved fights or unresolved arguments or unresolved quarrels, which sometimes lead to silent treatment, and sometimes leads to lack of communication. When you have an argument over the phone or video call or whatever means you are communicating with your partner, try as much as possible to resolve your fights, to resolve your arguments. Do not carry it over. It's not as if you have a regular, normal relationship, you should be carrying over your fights. No. But when you are in a long distance relationship, it becomes worse, because you need to resolve it so that you can quickly move on and carry on with your relationship. You get what I'm saying? One of the major disadvantages of long distance relationship is lack of intimacy. Physical intimacy is a major requirement for the oil of your relationship to be smooth. Is a major requirement in a relationship, in an intimate relationship. So if you are in a long distance relationship, it becomes a little bit difficult to have physical intimacy between you and your partner because of the distance. It's possible to arrange and meet up often or meet up regularly, but bear in mind, if you're going to have a long distance relationship, or if you're having a long distance relationship, you will understand that physical intimacy will not be like you have a normal relationship where you see your partner like every day or some night. It becomes difficult if you are in a long distance relationship. So lack of regular physical intimacy is one of the disadvantages of long distance relationship. Loneliness, I mentioned loneliness earlier on. Loneliness is one of the major disadvantages of being in a long distance relationship. Take the rainy nights, for example. If you are not with your partner on the rainy nights, then loneliness might set in. Sometimes you want to discuss with your partner, just sit down over a cup of coffee, or over a cup of tea, or over ice cream, or over whatever it is, or over popcorn, or over a movie at home, or you just want to sit down face to face and have normal chit chat, normal discussion with your partner, and that keeps away the loneliness. If you are alone, it is easy to get lonely. Yes, aloneness and loneliness are not the same. To be alone and to be lonely are two different things. But if you are alone, I am saying that it is easy to get lonely. Okay, it's easy to get lonely, and when you are lonely, it's not a good place to be because it leads to other things. All right, cheating is also one of the disadvantages of long distance relationship. It is easy for partners to cheat on each other. It is easy for a partner who has a tendency of cheating to easily get into cheating when you are in a long distance relationship. Some partners have a trait or a tendency, so to speak, to cheat. So if your partner is in that category, it becomes easy when you are not there. It becomes easy, whether we like it or not, it becomes easy for such a partner to get into cheating, to fall into that habit and begin to cheat. Another disadvantage of long distance relationship is you can easily be ghosted. It is easy to ghost a partner. Ghosting a partner is like cutting off communication, all kinds of communication from your partner without a significant reason or without notice or anything. You just cut off communication, cut off both on social media, on phone, or whatever means of communication that you have been using to reach out to your partner. You suddenly cut it off because of whatever reason it is to you, whatever reason you have to cut off communication from your partner. Ghosting is a major disadvantage of long distance relationship. Because of time, I'm going to have to stop here, but based on all these things that I have, all these reasons that I have given, if you're thinking of going into a long distance relationship, please smash that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to all, so you'll be notified whenever I have a new upload. If you are thinking of going into a long distance relationship, bear these things in mind and find a way to manage it so that your relationship will be will go smoothly. Yeah, so thank you all so much for coming out. For my top contributors, thank you so much. I'm going to leave the list of my top contributors in the description below, so feel free to check them out, check their channels out. Thank you all so much for coming, and I appreciate you all. See you in my next video, and bye.